Hey, Shalom, welcome to Rakam Akapash from Jimis Land, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole world that's pushing this truth in all sincerity. Yeah, back here with another video, man. You know, there's been a bit of a little bit of a debate here, you know, on the UK TV prime time programming, right? And you got Esau desperately trying to absolve himself, right, from from any uh, uh, accountability for his part in slavery and what he's done to so-called black people, right? And it's not even just us. Esau's fucked with everybody, man. But he really don't like this I don't know, what do you call that? Uh, Stigma. You wanna call it that? He can't get rid of the fact that he's a nation of slavers, man. you know that he had the children of Israel in slavery, right? And there's a reason why it's not going away, right? Like shit on a stick, as they say, right? It ain't going away. As much as you want it to go away and not be spoken about again, and you want to be appreciated and you want to be praised for fucking quote unquote ending slavery, when all you've done is continue it in a different method. We're still at a disadvantage in this fucking world because of everything that you've done and are doing, right? You're still doing wicked ass shit today, right? But you're so desperate to absolve yourself from that, that punishment, right? Let me grab it. This word absolve, right? It says to declare someone free from guilt. These men don't want to feel guilty. They look. Should we apologize for the past? Should we feel guilty? These men don't want to feel guilty, right? They want to feel like they've been vindicated because they let you go, supposedly, right? He took the chains off you. You want to be vindicated because he took the chains off you, man. And now you get to go and shop at Primark, and shit. That's he wants you to be appreciative of that. You don't want to be guilt tripped into what they did before. They want you to forget about that. But no matter how hard Esau tries to do that, he ain't never gonna run away. He's never gonna get away from the fact that he did that. And you know why? Because the Most High don't want him to get away with it, man. The Most High wants him to be, wants to remind him of what's coming. The Most High wants to remind him that you did that, and you ain't paid for that. You ain't paid for that yet, right? He wants to remind you, man. That's why it ain't going away, because it's his will, his prophecy, his word. Okay, that's why you're struggling with it. You're struggling to deal with the fact that, you know, how we get on you, man. How you so-called black people get on you, man. Call you racist and all that kind of shit, man. You devils, right? You don't like it. Don't like it, man. Guess what? We don't give a fuck. You bitch about it all you want, man. Right? But you will pay. You will suffer for what you've done. We ain't gonna forget the past. The Most High is not forgetting the past. And this is the real reason why he ain't gone away, because the Most High is not forgetting. Alright? So I'm not gonna play the clip, but brothers can watch it. I'm pretty sure it's easily found. Yeah, Brother Cowboy posted this up. So I was watching, I got a bit charged from it, got a bit vexed because Esau is just being the devil as usual, But he really trying hard, man. He really trying hard not to be stigmatized by his crimes, his past crimes. He want to be absolved. He want to get off the hook. He want to get off the hook, man. But the Most High ain't gonna let him off the hook. Okay, we ain't gonna let him off the hook. All right, his time's coming. All right. So I'm gonna get this from Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him." Right? And through the spirit of this word, man, you got more and more just talking shit at Esau, man. Because he's been revealed that he's the devil. He's been revealed that he's the Edomite, man. These so-called white people are Edomites. The devil, right? The Most High hates these people, man, for the wickedness that they sow in the earth. For the wickedness that they've done against the children of Israel, the Lord fucking hates them. Right? They were set up to be destroyed. Right? To be punished, man. And that is why, you know, you're involved in all this crime and wickedness. Most High had you do it, so he can destroy you, man. So yeah, you best believe the Most High ain't gonna forget about that, because that's that was your purpose, man. Right? Most High ain't forget. He didn't forget why he made you. You know, it just hasn't manifested yet. You know what that end is for you. So, but we already know, right? So again, great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, right? So we're just telling you straight now, you know, you're the devil, man, and you don't like it. You don't like being told that. You don't like being told, oh, you know, all the crimes you did. You know, and say forget about it. You know, that's a long time ago. No one's even alive now from the era, and blah 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 blah. My forefathers, this and that, right? You want us to move on. Well, like I said, the Most High's not moving on, right? So they made no account of his labors. You disregard what we've been through, man. You disregard everything that's happened to us. Like it hasn't shaped who we are today. Like you ain't had a hand in shaping who we are today, man. Because we're fucked up, man. Our people are fucked up. Our people are fucking bunch of gremlins, man. Fucking demons out here, right? And you've had a hand in making us the way we are. And yet, you know, but you know, it's alright when you want to sit and talk on TV how fucking violent we are and shit. Yeah, well, thank you. That was with your help. Yeah, you know, fucking Jacob in the fucking poorest neighborhoods and shit. Yeah, thank you. That was you. Thank you. Yeah, you know, let's just forget about it though, right? In Psalm 73 verse 8, it said they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't give a shit. Oh, that was in the part. They don't care. They don't care. They're very what's that term, man? Shit. They're not very sympathetic or empathetic, right? They're very disconnected from that, from what we've been through. They'll say, oh yeah, you know, it's bad and no, you know, do all that, but they don't really give a shit. Like I said, as far as they're concerned, we should be grateful that they took the chains of us, man. You know, and forget about the things that were done to our foreparents, man. You know, and then let's put us in this like economically handicapped situation that we're in today. You know, so they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, which they speak proudly, right? And these devils, you played the video. Let me see. Let's play a little bit
of our great countries, both America and
of our great country. These devils just speak proudly, man. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't really give a shit what Jacob been through. They speak proud, man. You know, they just think about themselves. You know, oh, we shouldn't have to endure this because we're great people. We're a great nation. We're America. We're Britain. We shouldn't have to sit down and listen to this from these fucking these blacks. You know what I'm saying? From these low lives and criminals. We shouldn't have to hear this. That's how they feel. That's how they go on and act, man. You know, and people are given a platform to talk about this shit. You know, in somewhat of a politically correct way, like it's a reasonable debate to be having. No, you're just the devil, and people don't fucking like you, so you're gonna have to fucking hear it. You know. This is Genesis chapter 4 verse 12, right? And this is the thing, right? You don't like hearing it because it reminds you what you've done, right? And the fact that you haven't paid yet, right? And there has to be a point. There will be a point at some point. At some point, there's going to be a point, right? That karma, what they call karma, you know, what goes around comes around, right? It's going to come fucking bite you in the ass, man. I mean, we know it. It's in the scriptures. You know, what you sowed, you're going to reap. You know it in the spirit. You know it, right? And this is why you get upset, because you don't want to pay. You want to be on the run forever. You want everyone to forget, right? You're in the spirit here, right? Genesis 4:12, right? It's speaking on Cain. You know, Cain murdered his brother Abel, right? And Esau is Jacob's brother, who he's been, who he's been killing. You know what I'm saying? Who he's been destroying. Right? So they're in the same spirit. Right? Cain didn't want to pay either. Right? So it says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Right? And a fugitive is someone who's on the run. Someone is running away from judgment, trying to avoid judgment. And you're running. Esau's on the fucking run, man. He is on the run. He backpedaling, man. And he trying to put up a strong facade. He don't want to pay. He don't want to acknowledge his part in it, man. And what really should be happening to him, man. What he should really be doing to repay or to balance that out. You don't want to talk about none of that. He wants you to forget about it, man, because like I said, he want to sail off into the sunset. You don't want to be held accountable. Right, but the Most High is going to hold him accountable. You know? Fucking proud demons, man. You can't run forever, right? Yeah, that's the problem for you. You're running out of time. You're running out of space. All right? It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 14. It says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. This is what I wanted. Yeah, right? So, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, right? And like I say, Esau supposedly he took off the chains, right? But he still had his in servitude. He still had working for him. Still had to, boost his economy, right? And all he's done since then is just fed us with fucking bullshit, man. With his wine and his philosophy just fucking up our people, man. You know? Confusing our people. Keeping us fucking broken and destroyed, man. Right? It says that, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Because that same thing that made you strong is the same thing that's coming back and bringing shame upon you, man. That's why you have to be taking down those fucking statues and fucking pictures and shit. Renaming shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, your great men that you had were fucking dealing in the slave trade, man. Dealing with so-called black people like fucking Pokemon cards, man. You know? With little regard to their life. You know? Because who was it? Esau that said, what you say, 3/5 of a man or some shit? Our life was forfeit in your hands, man. You didn't give a fuck, man. And you still look at us down like that. Like our lives don't really matter. That's why Black Lives Matter, man. You know? That's why you got guys out there talking about Black Lives Matter, man, because you've never given a shit. Right? You've never given a shit. And even though that whole Black Lives Matter is fucking bullshit anyway, but they know. We know you don't give a shit about our people, man. It's all bollocks, man. Oh, we're here to help black people, take the juice first because, we know, we've done you bad over the years and mistreated you. We want you to get it first because, we can't like that. Yeah, you can start fucking dropping dead. I don't fucking trust this devil, man. This devil's the same. It's always been the same, man. Right, but anyway, it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Right, so yeah, the Most High is going to have it keep coming back, back in your face, man. To bring shame upon you, man. To remind you, yeah, you ain't paid for this, man. You're going to have to pay for this. Right? It says, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Right? They want to protect their image and, oh yeah, but Britain's a great place, a nice place now. America's a great place, a nice place now, and so great, right? They want to protect that sparkly image of how good they are and how great they are. But the Most High is bringing these nations down, man. They're breaking up. They're being destroyed. They're becoming weak. And that's why, we're able to talk more shit. These other nations are talking more shit against you, man. And you're trying to hold on to that image that you got. Sad to say, Esau. I'm not sad to say, man, but it's all going. It's all going, man. All right. Let's see. Right, verse 17. Yeah. So verse 17. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the sea, and of all that dwell therein. Right, because like I say, you've done too much wickedness, man, and you just think that people should just move on, forget that you did it, and that you ain't benefiting, and that you still ain't benefiting. You know that you're still benefiting from it. You just want us to forget, but we're still suffering though. It's easy when you're at the top, right? You can say what the fuck you want to say, you know, because no one can change no one can change what you want to do anyway. Minorities ain't got no voice, man. They can talk, but they can't change nothing. You have to change it. And if you don't want to change it, guess what? It don't get changed. Nothing gets done. So all the cries, all the pleas end up on deaf ears, man. That's why you can have a fucking 1,000 million marches, man, and nothing would fucking change. You know? Oh, and we celebrate stupid shit. You know what I mean? Jake celebrate stupid shit about the fucking, sitting on the back of a fucking bus, or sitting anywhere you want on the bus. Oh, we can share toilets or share fucking, I don't know. You know, no exclusion. It's bollocks, man. This is what we're celebrating here, and we don't even fucking need that shit. It's not even fucking important, right? Or equality in it. You know what I mean? We celebrating stupid shit, man. Nothing's really changed. Let's just be real about it. That's why he's still fucking protesting today, right? Because ain't nothing changed, or not enough has changed, right? To make you feel like that you're anybody in this place. As the scripture say, this place is not our rest, right? This is why you're disquieted, you're unsettled, right? You got problems, you got issues, you're suffering. Because this place was never meant to be our rest. It was never meant to share that prosperity with Esau, man. It just was never, right? It was never set up for that. Okay, we was here for our punishment, right? Because of our transgressions against the Heavenly Father, man. You know? Was that what I wanted? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. It says, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and God requireth that which is past, right? So like I said, this Most High is not letting no one forget. This is why he's keeping it in the news. He's keeping it, fresh. It's being spoken about every so often. It's coming back. It's coming back again, and having to keep talking about it. Right? Because the Most High don't want you to forget. You don't want people to forget. Right? Because the Most High is going to take what is owed to him, man. He's going to require that which is past, right? You've done something. You touched the apple of the Heavenly Father's eye, man. Okay, you violated his children. And it's just a matter, a matter of time for the Most High come to collect. Okay, and bring judgment against you. All right. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, right? Because you devils have been allowed to, get away with this for this amount of time, and nothing's happened to you. You're still in power, right? You're still living it large. You're at least living it fucking large. You still got businesses and all these companies making bank, off the slave trade and they're mega corporations now, just making bank, and it's been feeding generations of you devils for fucking for generations, Everything's been good. And there's no one out here that can stop you and tell you no, or make you do anything. Jake complaining about reparation, but no one can make you pay reparation. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, man. You ain't gonna. But it's sickening that you'll support the small hats and do all that shit, because that's your own people. all that fucking charade that you was doing. But yeah, come to you Negroes, Hispanics, the natives, right? God, right? You don't want to do shit all for them, man. You want to give them a couple of casinos and Had the men fucking drink and drink themselves to death, man. You know, with solvent abuse and shit. You don't give a fuck, man. Right? But anyway, so because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. That's why Esau just continues on plowing forward, man, doing more and more wickedness, man. More underhanded shit. Because he's getting away with it. He's not thinking that the Most High is going to come to collect or judge me for what I'm doing. He ain't thinking like that. And this is why he's getting upset that it's getting thrown back in his face, man. You're the fucking devil, man. You had that people in slavery, man, and you're fucking that people up today. You don't like that. You don't like it when he you know, hear the prophets out there talking about he gonna go into slavery. You don't like that, man. Me? But we, you know, we took you out of slavery. You know, so automatically, you know, you should be, just forget about it now. You know, you're cool. We're good now. Yeah, we're good now, right? Clean slate. We're good now. Could you let us go? Is that balance? It's not. Esau, man. He's a fucking joker. Esau is a joker, man. All right. This is verse 12. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times. And this is just showing you, man, it doesn't matter how long ago it was or how long it was going on for. Or when did it stop? or it doesn't matter to the Heavenly Father, right? He requires that which is past. And this is being explained here. Just because he don't act when it happened or whatever, he let it go on for a certain amount of time. Okay? It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. All right, so you will get what's coming to you, man. Okay, there's a day marked out for you, man. Right, where you have to pay everything back, and you know, more than you was expecting. Let's put it that way, man. We ain't gonna settle for no 40 acres or whatever it was in a mule. We ain't gonna settle for that, right? The Most High gonna take everything from you till you have nothing, right? Because you've been a prick, right? You've been a prick, and you don't deserve anything, right? Sitting there on your fucking horse, you know, talking shit. These devils, man. Red fucking devils, man. Shit. Right? It's Amos 1 verse 11. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Right? So the Lord's not turning away no punishment. He ain't forgetting nothing. You will pay, whether you feel like you should or not. No one cares what you think. Right? I'm also going to pay you in full. Or, you know, you're going to pay in full, right? It's going to be paying full for you, right? And the Most High, like I say, it's in his mind. He ain't forgetting, he ain't seen all. You know what I'm saying? It's Obadiah 1 and 10. I mean, you can read the whole thing, but I just want to get this point. Right, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, right? Against you Negroes, okay, against the Hispanics, right? Against the natives, you know? You got to pay for all of it, right? It says, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame. What do we read about, you know, shameful glory? That's what you're receiving right now. Your glory is being looked down upon, man. Okay, that luster you had is gone, man. People are fucking starting to look at you, man, like you're the devil. And that you need to pay. You know? So for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. You're covered with shame. Shameful spewing, right? And doubt shall be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into these gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day they became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of his distress. And let's say you still speak proudly of these things today. You know, like it didn't matter, like it hasn't had a negative impact on us, man. And obviously, this is speaking about back then, with Esau ransacking the temple and joining on to the other nations and fighting against us, man, and killing our people. You've always been in that work. You've always been in that fucking business. It hasn't stopped, right? So you shouldn't have done none of these things, man. This is Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity, right? So you're all up in the land of Israel today, right? You know, abusing that place. It ain't yours. You don't belong there. You know? So neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Right? And that's why we bring out Revelations 13:10. Right? Speaking about he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Okay, what has been done unto us shall be done unto you. He that killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Right? That which he did unto us shall be done unto you. That's payback. That's just. And that's what the Most High is going to do. That's what the Most High is going to provide for us, man. Justice. Because you ain't going to provide no fucking justice. You don't believe in justice. You're a damn fucking fugitive, man. What do you know about justice? You know? You're constantly on the fucking run. You don't want to face lots of shit, right? What do you know about justice? The Most High is going to show you and everybody else what justice is. Right? We don't care if you don't like it. We don't care if other people don't fucking like it. Right? The Most High going to declare justice and judgment against you, man. Alright? So for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. As ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been, right? Because Esau, he quick to talk about all the Arabs and all this kind of stuff, all the slavery that was occurring with them, and black people against black people and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, they're quick because they want to, like I said, absolve themselves, right? They was like, well, they're just as bad. Yeah, they're all maybe not quite as bad as you, but they were throwing up numbers that, saying, oh, yeah, they had more slaves and all this. It's all really good you doing that, but it doesn't change a damn fucking thing. The fact that you did it as well means you're fucked. These other heathen that did it are fucked. They're all fucked. You nations are all, mind my French, man, but obviously, man, a bit heated. But you're all gonna get it. You're all gonna receive the judgment that you deserve, man. Those that put their hands on the children of Israel, man, are gonna get fucked up, man. You are going to go into slavery. You will be paying for what you've done. And Esau can't absolve himself just because someone else did it as well. How does that work? Right? You can't. You better concentrate on your damn self, man. You better worry about your damn self. Because you're going to get the worst out of all the heathen, man. Because the Most High hate you the most. You're the fucking worst one out here. And the Most High got a fucking target on your back, man. Coming up with fucking excuses and shit. That's what a fugitive does, though, right? You're on the run. He's trying to come up with all kinds of ways not to get caught, not to stand trial. Right? So, yeah, it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. Right? Because salvation is for the children of Israel, right? The elect. And there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Everything's going to come to us. Everything's going to come to us, man. Right now you're trying to take everything away from us, man. You got the fucking these organizations like WF trying to take shit from everybody, man. Well, we're gonna be the ones taking shit. We're gonna be confiscating that shit off you, man. All your luxuries, man, and shit. You know? Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. They shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. Right? So it's like we keep telling you, man, you nations beginning of Esau are going into slavery, right? Where you're going to be working on building that kingdom, okay, for 1,000 years. Right? But after that, you other heathen get to go back to your lands and, you know, cultivate and build your own lands, right? But Esau, you so-called white people, you devils, right? You're going to be destroyed. Okay, you're going to be gotten rid of. Thus saith the Lord. Right? Most High's not fucking around with you, man. And that's what we make painfully clear to you. We want you to understand that. The Lord is not playing around with you. Right? You're going to get the worst out of all nations, man. This is why you're afraid, man. And this is why you're trying to shift blame and shit. Right? But there ain't no shifting of the blame. You ain't going to convince the Most High any different, man. Right? The same way you ain't going to convince any of us any different. You deserve everything that's coming your way. And there ain't no way to put it off. Alright? So I'm going to close out with this. This is Isaiah 14:1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right? So we're going to become one whole house again. Right? All our people that are scattered throughout the whole earth. Right? On all these different lands, or, you know, speaking all these different languages and, you know, having all these different appearances. We're going to become together as one. Right? Reunited again. Right? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. Who's the them? The them are the heathen. Okay? Shall possess them in the land of the Lord, which is Israel, right? For servants and handmaids. This is what you're going to be. Slaves, servants, right? That's what the other nations, that's what, you know, the heathen are going to be, servants, right? And handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. Rule. What's being given to the elect, the men of the Lord that endure unto the end? Power, rulership. Right? And this is what they're going to do to the other nations, man. They're going to put them underneath. Right? They're going to rule over them. Okay, but this big thing is always surrounded with Jake about slavery, man. It's not going away. When we talk about slavery, this is the first thing that comes out. It's been made the biggest thing when talking about slavery. And this is why Esau has to mention about, oh yeah, but the Arabs had people in slavery and this and that. Had you people here? Had you people working over it? Yeah, but what is the Most High concerned about? He's concerned about what you did, man. The transatlantic slave trade that you fucking sell. That's what he's concerned about. The yoke of iron you was putting on us. These are all part of the prophecies that exist. That's why they're prominent in the world, man. That's why it's not going away. That is the prominent thing. Right? So we were the captives. We were the captives. Everyone knows we were the captives, man. The world looks at us as fucking slave babies, man. We are part of the captives. We are the children of the captives. People look at these Negroes as oh, these were the slaves. You know, everyone knows this, man. Right? But it says here, whose captives they were. So it says, and they shall take them captive. We're going to take you captive. Whose captives they were, and shall rule over their oppressors. Those that oppressed us, i.e. the so-called white boy, these Edomites, you're going to be oppressed, man. You're going into slavery. That's how you're going to pay. You know? And these those, they're not going to agree with that. Fuck off. They ain't going to agree with that. They're going to want to get away from it, right? They ain't going to want that judgment. But too damn bad, you know? They're going to have to receive it, you know? So it says, it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Right, so the Lord's about to give us rest, man, and afflict our enemies, oppress our enemies for us, man, to bring them down. Okay, and give them a fucking taste of what it was like to be us, you know, these last centuries, you know, under you devils. The Lord gonna give you a taste, man. You're gonna get to taste it for 1,000 years, man. Yeah, good old sample of that shit. And then we can see if you feel the same way how you feel now about slavery. That it's just something you can just get over. You know? Oh, don't worry about it, you know. You know, you want to be slaves, you want to be poor. Yeah, okay, all that shit. You know? We can see if you feel that way. You know? We'll tell you to forget about it. Don't worry about it, man. It's just slavery. You know? So they've been going on for like 1,000 years. Don't worry about it, man. It's a long time ago. You know? What are you worried about it for? Apparently it was good for us, right? So it'd be good for you too, innit? You know? But anyway, man, I'm gonna get out anyway. It's getting late now. So yeah, Lord, when it's edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till next time, I say shalom.